And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Nice little juke. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On first down, it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Richmond. Down. Black 22.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Demario Davis there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Out of the gun, Watson. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. 23 yards on the play.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They're going to look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints add on to their lead.
So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A first down carry now for Miller. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. first down. Irvin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Saints on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Saints on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
On first down, Watson. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Alex Okafor in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Jackson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Watson finding room to the 20. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. They run it here. Ware. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Again, it's Foreman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing again is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A carry for Foreman. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw on second is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run down here with Irvin. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, here's Watson. And he fires one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Tiger. We set.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. 5
yards on the catch there brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd and 5.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll look to throw here. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Saints on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7.
Going!
He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Foreman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Saints...